as we do get a throw in from Philippe Lahm. Modric on the ball, Kevin Nolan. It is all Portsmouth. Taylor with a shot. Matty Taylor from left back almost scored goal of the season. What's going on, guys? My name is Adam. I am a Super Swan, and welcome to episode 35 of Project Pompey. At this moment in time, we are in third place in the league. We have dropped down from our second place position, but as I've said in the last episode, it is ever so close when it comes to Champions League football. We have played the most games alongside Chelsea within the top 6 teams, but people have got games in hand, and it is going to be mighty tight if they win those games in hand. But the way things stand, we are in third. We are, 5 points clear of Man United, but they do have 2 games in hand, and we are, a good 8 points clear, I think? Yeah, 8 points clear of Newcastle. Mental maths there. They have got 2 games in hand as well. So you never know. It's a bit hard to say where we are because of the games in hand, but it's going to be ever so close with 10 league games to go. Looking at the schedule since you last left us, it's been pretty decent. We've only lost the 1 game, and I'll go through the results with you. We did draw 0-0 to Newcastle after the Liverpool game. Not a very exciting game, but we did follow it up with a 4-0 win over Spurs. Bozjanov, who has been in really good form, scored a hat-trick, with Messi scoring a very good free kick. We beat our rivals Aston Villa away from home 3-1. Suarez, Bozjanov and a Philippe Lahm volley in the top corner. Potential goal of the season candidate. Getting those goals there. We did get to the FA Cup quarter-final with a 2-0 win over Watford. Matija Kezman grabbing the goals there. And the Champions League away game against Dortmund was a 1-1 draw. So we do bring an away goal to Fratton Park, with Messi grabbing our goal and Ricken getting their equaliser. We did have a bit of a dip in form. We did draw 0-0 against Leicester. We did lose 3-2 to Arsenal, being 2-0 up and missing a penalty in the 91st minute. Not very happy with that game. I think that's the second time we should have beaten Arsenal and they've come back. Not very happy about that. But we did beat the 2 games afterwards with a 2-0 win over Wolves and a 3-1 win over Middlesbrough. So we will be starting this episode with a Champions League second leg against Dortmund. And instead of Blackburn, we will be playing Manchester United in the FA Cup quarter-finals. So no new signings. We didn't bring anybody else in. We did sell Andy Fay back to, I think, Saudi Arabia, I want to say. Yeah, we sold him to Al Ahly in Saudi Arabia for 4.5 million. He wasn't getting into the side, so we kind of let him go. So other than that, we are at the status quo. So for the away game, for the home game, against Borussia Dortmund, this is the lineup. We got Petr Cech in goal, Taylor, Di Michelis, Wan and Lahm at the back, Elano, Modric and Nolan in the middle, with Messi, Kezman and Suarez starting up front. We bring an away goal into this game, so fingers crossed at Fratton Park, we can do the damage. So we're going to challenge the team. They've been right to back you up as we do go into the round of 16 second leg. It is 1-1. We bring the away goal to Fratton Park. Can we seal ourselves a place in the Champions League quarter-finals? 15 minutes in, our first highlight. And it's Dortmund on the ball, but Messi wins the ball back. On the right-hand side, he's got some room. Tries to play in Suarez. He does find him, and Suarez puts it away. And it is 1-0 to Portsmouth. 2-1 overall. And there was an error in the defence. And Luis Suarez has taken advantage. Messi, the attacking midfielder, finds himself on the right. It's a lovely through ball. The defender messes it up. But Suarez will not make that mistake as he buries it in the goal for 1-0 on the night. 2-1 on aggregate. 23 minutes in, it's Di Michelis on the ball for Portsmouth. It looks like from the stats it's been all us as Matty Taylor crosses it in for Suarez again, cleared away. But Matty Taylor's going to have a second chance. Nolan's on his own with a header, cleared away. But Messi with a shot, it's 2-0 to Portsmouth. 3-1 overall, and Dortmund have got to score 2 goals to get through to the quarters. So it looks like we've done the damage early on. It is cleared away, but Messi picks it up, takes a touch, and it's a lovely slot past the goalkeeper for 2-0 on the night, 3-1 overall. 33 minutes, throw in from Kolarov well into Dortmund's box. But Nani on the ball for Dortmund. Some very interesting names in this Dortmund side. They got Nani, they got Ibrahimovic. They got quite a number of very good players. But TheMadScientist tries to pump it upfield. Matty Taylor involved with the first couple of goals, but it is blocked. Marco Antonio, though, for Dortmund tries to counter, but they do end up playing it back. Long ball over the top, but Wan will intercept. As Modric now, long ball, tries to find Suarez. Is that a foul? Is that a penalty to Portsmouth? He's going to be going to VAR. It's a penalty. And it's going to be, I think, Kevin Nolan stepping up with Yaya Toure out the side. Can Nolan seal a place in the quarters? He can. It is 3-0 to Portsmouth. And it does look like we are on our way to the Champions League quarter-finals. Kevin Nolan from the spot puts it away. And he sends the goalie the wrong way. We are 3-0 up inside 34 minutes. We have certainly turned up in this first half. We might as well see it through to half-time together, as we have done the damage. We have set out to do what we wanted to do, and we have been playing very, very well. I'm going to say I'm very pleased with the performance. Keep it up. No need to change things. Dortmund have got to score 3 goals to qualify for the quarterfinals. Say you don't know, stranger things have happened in this game, but it is Portsmouth 4, Dortmund 1, as we do get a throw in from Philippe Lahm. Modric on the ball, Kevin Nolan. It is all Portsmouth. Taylor with a shot. Matty Taylor from left back almost scored goal of the season, but he will take the resulting corner, crosses it in, cleared away. I think we're probably going to be seeing the end of the highlight pretty soon. 65 minutes in, we're going to make some subs. We'll pause the game. Kesma's looking a bit complacent out there, so we are going to bring on Van Persie, and we'll swap Suarez and Van Persie round so he can play the advanced forward, because without a left winger, Van Persie can now operate as a main striker for us. Anybody else looking a bit tired or bucked? Nolan, he's looking a bit bucked, but he's tired, but he's scored today. I think we'll bring Elano off. We'll bring Yaya Toure on. Freshen up the side. We just need to see this through to the end of the match. 80 minutes in, 10 minutes to go. I can't see Dortmund scoring 3 goals in 10 minutes. And we are holding on to the ball. Messi finds Matty Taylor. Has a shot. He scored a goal. He has deserved it. He has been in fantastic form in this game. And it is 4-0 to Portsmouth against Dortmund. 5-1 overall. And Portsmouth are going to be reaching the quarter-finals of the Champions League. Matty Taylor, low drive. Weidenfeller doesn't even see it. And it is Portsmouth 4-0 up, 5-1 on aggregate. Coming up to full time, we have certainly done the damage. We did get a draw in the away leg, but we have brought it back to Fratton Park and got the result we needed. Messi takes a shot. He is looking for a goal. He's already set up 2 goals today. He's looking for a goal for himself. That is the full-time whistle. 4-0 to Portsmouth against Borussia Dortmund. You wouldn't have thought I'd be saying that when we first started the series. Very good performance from the boys, and we will be in the hat for the Champions League quarter-finals. We win in the first knockout round. We get £8 million. Messi on form, scored 1 goal, 2 assists. I'm going to say you were superb with the number of quality chances you have created. So there is the luck of who's going to be in the draw. We got Roma, Newcastle, United, Juventus, Arsenal, Milan and Sporting and Bayern yet to play, Portsmouth and Chelsea. Depending on when those games come in, we will show off the quarter-final draw. But we will be focusing our next game on the FA Cup. It is Man United against Portsmouth at Old Trafford. Can we reach the FA Cup semi-finals? We have had a youth intake this season. I've already had a quick look at the players. And if we look at the youth candidates, there's 2 players that look pretty good. We've got Eddie Falcon, who's a 2.5 star, could be 3.5 star, potential attacking midfielder. Already got some decent stats. where we need them. First touch, passing, technique, vision, everything he needs is already in the yellow. So Eddie Faulkner could be a decent attacking midfielder going forward. And we've got Liban Elmi. We've got a striker as well who, he's decent so far. He's a good poacher. He is 5'10", but low determination. I'll have to sort that out. So 2 players. He could be a 3-star potential striker. So maybe not as good as maybe Philippe Rolfe or Elliot Leach that we've got in our 23s. But these two could result in something in the future. Eddie Tuttle's a DM, 2-star potential. We don't really use a DM, so I don't see much for him. But Eddie Faulkner and Liban Elmi are the pick of the bunch of our recent youth intake. Here we go, the Champions League quarter-finals been drawn. There's 5 English teams, 2 Italian teams, and a German team left in this competition. We've got Arsenal, Bayern Munich, Chelsea, Juventus, Man United, Newcastle, Portsmouth, and Roma. So there's a very high chance we get an English team, but I would like maybe Bayern, Juventus, or Roma to mix things up a bit in the Champions League. Automatic draw. Let's see who comes out the hat. Who's it gonna be? First out, Portsmouth. Who are we gonna get? It is Chelsea we get in the Champions League quarter-finals. That's gonna be a very tricky tie. I know we smashed them in the league on the last episode, but that is gonna be a very tricky outcome to try and get into the semi-finals of the Champions League. We are, well, looking at the draw, there's definitely going to be 2 English teams in the semi-final because there's Portsmouth, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United, with Juventus and Bayern and Newcastle and Roma being the other sides in that competition. So we will be playing Chelsea in the Champions League quarter-finals. Oh, it's going to be a tricky tie. And if I look at the schedule, where they put those in, so that's going to be not that far away. So probably next time we'll probably show off both of those games. Although we do have Southampton as well. Tricky. But we will come back for the Man United FA Cup 6th round. Only a few changes for the Man United game in the FA Cup quarter-final. We're bringing in Robert Huth at the back for 1. Yaya Touré's going to come in for Elano. Everything else pretty much the same. And I'm going to go cautious to start with against Man United, especially because we're away from home. And we know what damage Man United can do against us. So looking at their team, who they got? Tim Howard, Patrice Evra's in the team. So again, Football Manager predicting the future. They know that Evra signed for United. John O'Shea, Rio Ferdinand, Zaccardo, Kleberson, Christian Poulsen. Christian Poulsen is a Manchester United player. As a Liverpool fan, he was absolutely terrible for us. Let's hope he's terrible today. Kieran Richardson, Berbatov. They've signed Berbatov. They're just signing all the players they would normally sign. I'm telling you, this database is predicting the future. So I'm going to give... go out there. Good luck. We're going to need it. So I'm going to tell them I have faith in them to make the difference. But we're putting out as strong a side as we possibly can to try and get a result against United. Can we reach the FA Cup semi-finals? Time will tell, but it's going to be an uphill struggle at Old Trafford to get the job done. But I'm not holding my hopes up, but it is United at Old Trafford, so anything can happen. But it is Portsmouth and it is United. A place in the semi-finals of the FA Cup is up for grabs. Free kick from Kleberson, 6 minutes in, it comes off the wall. And I think it's going to be Yaya Touré who closes it down. He's got room. Tries to find Suarez. Suarez beats his man. He's 1-on-1. And he puts it away. It is 1-0 to Portsmouth. And we strike United on the counter-attack. And that is the perfect start to this game. Off a Kleberson free kick. Yaya Touré gets the deflection. Suarez beats the last man. And he slots it past Tim Howard to make it 1-0 to Portsmouth at Old Trafford for a place in the semi-final of the FA Cup. As we get a corner from United, are they going to suck the wind of our sails straight away? No, they are not. Modric with a corner, 14 minutes in. Goes straight to Ferdinand, but Robert DiMichelis! It's the World Cup winner, Martin DiMichelis! And we are 2-0 up against Manchester United. I'm not going to get too excited. We were 2-0 up against Arsenal, and we lost 3-2. So I'm not going to get too excited. But DiMichelis, the World Cup winner, has put us 2-0 up. 21 minutes. Tim Howard from the back. I'm still going cautious because, the game off camera against Arsenal, this is what happened. We went 2-0 up, and then they came back and won 3-2. Santana crosses it for Richardson. Patrice Evra, and they've got to go back pretty much straight away. Czech could have done better than near post, but Evra, the left back, coming back to haunt us. The Suarez-Evra rivalry continues. But Richardson finds Evra, takes a touch. Czech could have done a bit better. But United are still in this game. It is now Portsmouth 2, United 1. Come up to half-time. I've moved up to positive because we are getting a bit of possession. So I'm going to move up from cautious to positive. But we are still 2-1 up. Kesman's not doing the best out there. He's on a 6.5. But I'm going to say I'm happy with the performance. Keep it up. And we are going to bring Kesman off. We'll bring on Bozhinov because Bozhinov's in a bit of form. I want to see if he can try and get us a goal in this game to make it 3-1 and hopefully seal the deal. But a place in the FA Cup semi-finals. We're playing well so far, but can we keep it up? Modric crosses it in, cleared away by Huth to DiMichelis, the World Cup winner. Messi, who wasn't picked for Argentina's World Cup winning side, but maybe he's got something in the future planned for him. But Nolan to Robert Huth, played it to Messi. Finds Bozhinov, just come on, can he make a difference? Nolan on that right, crosses it, nobody there but Modric, crosses it again. It's easy pickings for Tim Howard. Where is this highlight going? Is this going to be a counter-attack for United? I really hope it isn't. But Evra, the goal scorer, plays in Berbatov, he's beat the defenders, but he couldn't beat the goal. Puts it wide. Santana with a free kick, 52 minutes. United have started the second half a bit better. This is exactly what happened in the Arsenal game. We went 2-0 up and they came back and won 3-2. And I'm getting very similar vibes from this game. But Kleberson finds Santana, comes in the box, takes a shot. It's 2-2. 2-2. And I'm just getting Arsenal vibes. I mean, you didn't see the Arsenal game on camera, but it's exactly the same thing. Went 2-0 up, started off well, and then they came back and won the game. And they won it in the 80th minute, and we missed a penalty in the 91st. But United have got 2 goals back, and I think we need to go to our normal, if things go wrong, go direct tactic. I really should save this tactic, because I change it all the time. I should really just change it into a tactic so I can change it too. But we're going to do what we normally do, go a bit more direct. Kevin Nolan's on a 6.5. We'll bring Alano on for him. So we make the changes. We need now to find a goal. Petr Cech, though, with a goal kick. Straight off our changes. Will it make a difference? Yaya Toure. Poor header gives it to Christian Poulsen. But Philippe Lahm does intercept. Both teams conceding possession very easily. But Richardson, Elano with a slide. What a slide from Elano. And Bozhinov's through. And Bozhinov's offside. He's offside. It's not going to count. But that fills me with optimism that we have still got that bit of creativity left in us. He was well offside. But Bozhinov making a nuisance of himself, but he was offside. Zaccardo, 61 minutes to Torres. Elano gives a straight back to Zaccardo. Santana, 1-2, crosses it for Richardson. It's 3-2 to United. It's the Arsenal game. I don't know what it is. We started off so well, and then we scored 2 goals. We think, we're on for a winner, and then we just buckle. And I think as far as winning the league goes, we're just that step away from winning the league where we can hold our own against the big sides. But Philippe Lahm, he's on a 5.9, Philippe Lahm, because Nobo's going to have to come on for him. But we need to find a goal to see ourselves back into this game. Corner, Santana, 76 minutes, John O'Shea, Petr Cech makes the save. I've gone attacking, to try and find a goal because it's not looking good, if I'm being honest. But Evra clears it away. Yaya Toure gets the ball back, plays a Di Michelis to Modric. Just keep the ball, boys. Just don't give the ball away easily. But Taylor, long cross to find Kisnobo. Kisnobo in the box to squeeze it to Suarez. That was an easy chance. And Suarez fluffed his lines. And this is it now. This is what happened against Arsenal. We get the chances and we just don't take advantage of them. But Modric, no, cleared away. End of the highlight. 85 minutes, we got 5 minutes to go. I just can't see it happening, if I'm being honest. If anything, I think United are probably going to score again. They've just put the ball wide. It's all Manchester United. Coming up to full time, it's 3-2, and we've just done an Arsenal. I'm coining it now as doing an Arsenal, where we go 2-0 up, lose the game 3-2. But United, they turned it on in the second half. They scored. Santana, Richardson scored. Philippe Lahm, 5.9, not quite good enough. And we are out of the FA Cup. Do I go with sympathetic? I'm going to say good effort. You tried. It is Manchester United. You know, they have so much better players than us. But we are defeated in the 6th round. And I just want to check, because, I mean, looking at that, so we lost to United 3-2 after we went 2-0 up. The Arsenal game, that just happened. The same thing happened, look. 2-0 up, and then they scored 3 goals. I think it was earlier in the season. I think it was here. Yeah, well, we drew 3-3, where we went 1-0 up, 2-0 up, and then they scored late on. So I'm coining it as doing an Arsenal, because we do find ourselves out of the FA Cup. There's the confirmation. United have knocked us out at the quarter-final stage. But, well, they knocked us out. Well, no, they didn't. I think Newcastle knocked us out of the Carabao Cup. But we can focus now on the Premier League and the Champions League, as it's going to be an all-domestic tie against Chelsea. So I think what we'll do is we'll come back for Southampton and Chelsea. So we will play the first leg off camera, but we will show our local rival Southampton. And then Chelsea in the quarter-final second leg. So the only games you're going to miss out on is West Ham, Blackburn, Leeds, and the first Chelsea game at home. So we do play Chelsea at Fratton Park first. So hopefully we can try and limit the away goals and get something out of that game before we go back to Stamford Bridge in the next episode to try and get into the semi-finals of the Champions League. But I'll leave you with the league table. So we are in 3rd place. So no Premier League games today, but we are still in those Champions League places. Newcastle in 5th have caught up in the amount of games, and we are 4 points clear of them. So that is most important, is that we make sure we are ahead of Newcastle in 5th place. Because United have got a game in hand. They are more than likely going to take us over in the league. But we can hang on to that 4th place Champions League spot, and we will have another go at cracking the Champions League next season. But leave a like if you enjoyed, guys. Subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager 2019 content. We will upload Project Pompey every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 6 PM GMT, as we come back for the South Coast Derby against Southampton, followed by a Champions League quarter-final draw against Chelsea. Thank you very much for watching.